Hello and welcome to another Blender bite-sized video. In this one I'm going to show you how to create a procedural thick ice material in Blender 4. Here's a rundown of the specs that I've been using. So I've got Blender 4.2, Windows 11, NVIDIA graphics card, Cycles render engine and a custom startup file. Just before I continue with the tutorial, let me remind you that you can grab this material and hundreds more on my Gumroad store, blenderbitesize.gumroad.com. Okay, so the custom startup file gives you a very basic setup, and I've got a separate video for that. I've just added some extra key lights here and a couple of extra objects to help you along the way or help you see the material in action. And just so you can see the settings that I've got for the lights here, I've just shown you that. And for the cubes, I've added a couple of modifiers to give a little extra detail. And you can see that there. The rest, including the room and the monkey head, are all included in my previous tutorial. I have just added an extra material to the roof light section of that room. When you watch the video, that'll make sense, hopefully. So I'm going into the shading tab, enabling display render preview, selecting the object and clicking on new material. I'm deleting the principled shader and naming the material. I'll press Shift A and search for and apply a glass BSDF. Then I'll duplicate that. And then I'll add a layer weight node. By pressing Ctrl Shift, right-clicking and dragging between the two nodes, I can automatically add a mix shader, and I will plug that into the surface input of the material output, and then I'll connect the Fresnel value into the factor of the mix shader and change the blend value to 0.25. I'll change both glass BSDFs to Beckman as I am using Cycles. On the top one, I'll change the roughness to 0.2 and the index of refraction to 1.3. And on the second one, I'll change the roughness to 0.75 and the index of refraction to match the first one at 1.3. On the top glass BSDF, I'm going to change the color to a hue of 0.5, saturation of 0.2 and value of 1 to give me a very light blue color. Then I'm going to press Shift A and search for a noise texture. Press Ctrl T to add a texture coordinate and a mapping node. And change it so that I use the texture coordinate of object. I'm then going to add two bump nodes. And I'm going to plug the top bump node into the top glass shader and the bottom bump node into the layer weight node and the bottom glass shader. Then I'll connect the factor from noise texture to the height input of both bump nodes. And you can already see lots of displacement going on there. I'll change the scale of the noise factor to 1.5, detail to 7.5, roughness to 0.6 and distortion to 0.5. On the top bump node, I'll change the strength to 0.15 and the bottom one to 0.65. Now I'll select all of the other objects by pressing Ctrl Shift and left click, and then select the monkey head last, Press Ctrl L and then M to assign that material to the other objects. Okay, these are my render settings here. So I'll just run down those. And feel free to pause the video if you need to change the settings on your render settings, or even just make a note of what I've used and see what result you get if you change those. Now in the view layer, make sure to enable denoising data, because then in the compositing node we get the extra denoising normal and albedo settings that we can plug into the denoise node. And we'll just send that to render as it is. I'm only using 512 samples, and that only took around 7 seconds to render, but it took another about 7 seconds to composite, and that took around 13 to 14 seconds in total, and this is my animated result. Now, if you want to animate, obviously I will be covering that in separate videos. But I hope you've enjoyed it and will give the video a thumbs up, leave comments and questions in the usual places, and of course please make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.